So, I was recently advised that my YouTubes are slipping over into dangerous Republican, conservative, entitled white guy, sexist, racist territory. And if you find this to be so, well, that is simply out of harmony with Nathan G. So I'd appreciate it if you'd let me know if there's anybody out there. Is there anybody out there actually listening to me? God. So I'm thinking today that there could be two very different sources of jealousy. And one source is simple reproductive advantage. Now, if jealousy did not provide a reproductive advantage, or if it got in the way of reproductive advantage, we wouldn't have jealousy. It wouldn't have evolved. Now, a man's jealousy consists of, quote, I don't want to bring home mastodon meat to kids what ain't mine. And a woman's jealousy consists of, quote, if I'm going to have your kids, I don't want you bringing meat home to any kids but mine. So that would then create two different kinds of jealousy, I suspect. So I created a thought experiment along that line. And it goes like this. I ask women, if on weekends when you're out of town, your husband could turn into a woman and have sex with men, how much would that bother you? So the husband, the boyfriend, whatever, he's not having sex with other women. He's becoming a woman having sex with men. And then when you get home, he flips back to being a man. Now, it would bother most women. And I'd say the reason is because if he forms dalliances with anyone other than her, that introduces a threat to her exclusive claim to the mastodon steaks. But then I ask men, if your wife, on weekends that you're out of town, became a man and had sex with women, how much would that bother you? Now, way too many of the men respond, could I watch? That is consistent with the male jealousy type. It ain't about connections and intimacy. That ain't what they care about. It's about insemination exclusion. Now, let it be known that if very few highly evolved males that how in the hell I ended up with them as friends of mine, given that they are highly evolved males, and I think you know about me, they report that they would be bothered. A very few. But okay, then there's a kind of jealousy that I'm going to call a reciprocal. I feel it, you feel it. You're the one. You're the only one. You are my sunshine, my only sunshine. Now, most of us have a need to have one person know us intimately and love all of what they see, warts and jewels. And so we make vows. I will love only you if you love only me. Okay, now this is a tangent off of what I've been talking. I'm going to mention a tangent here. Celebrity is an extreme of this where thousands of us love a highly managed image, such as Angelina Jolie, is it? And so that person often goes nuts because nobody actually knows and loves them when they are naked and honest. But celebrity is intoxicating because the celebrity gets unqualified adoration from thousands of us as long as they keep their vow to stay within the managed image. Now, if you've noticed this need to be the one for someone, here's a suggestion as to where that might come from. It's just a guess. The fundamental, ubiquitous characteristics of the modern age is individuation and alienation. That's a very recent development in Homo sapiens and may never have developed in our ancestral hominids. For millions of years, we hunted or foraged in packs. We slept in piles, in caves or temporary shelters. We were never alone in a social sense. This lady Gilbert, in this biography of a marriage, committed. She also wrote Eat, Drink, Pray, Love, something like that. Eat, Pray, Love. In her book about marriage, she says, talking to Hmong women, these are the women, the people who live in the mountains of Vietnam, could not make any sense of her questions about love, about choosing a husband, about emotional connection, and about attraction to the man. To the question, what is your husband like? The only answer they could come up with was, well, he's like a husband. There seems to be none of this soulmate crap. You love me and I'll love you back, or a need for intimacy. A husband was not selected for his individuated emotional characteristics. He was selected because he could be a, quote, a husband, close quote. You don't select a toilet plunger by any characteristics except its ability to plunge water down the toilet hole. You know, whether it's attractive or made of plastic or whatever, none of that matters. It's the function. So these women picked husbands because he could be, quote, a husband. So I'm suggesting that a source of jealousy arises out of our individuated, alienated style of living that the emotional centers of our brains did not evolve to handle gracefully. So we evolved this social structure of individuation, alienation, but we didn't evolve the emotional part of our brains. So we compensate for the separation being separated from the sleep pile of our hunting pack by requiring exclusive emotional stroking from someone willing to accept our return offer of exclusive stroking. So if you've listened to all this, I love you. I love only you. You don't have to love me back. I just love you because you listened to it. Thank you.